can't off where I didn't leave off earlier. Yeah, because I got it to so from where it was before. I'm not sure this will thing it, but where it was before it wasn't doing anything, but now it's kind of doing that, and then it's dropping them now. So let me just run through kind of how that works. So I have a function that's set within the agent, well, the agent's mesh and capsule physics thing, and it's called that sets. This is the reversing of the. It seemed a bit loud. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Yeah, anyway, right. So this just basically is unsetting this stuff that I set. So simulate physics is, usually you'd set that and then set the mode to ragdoll, which is what I'm about to do. Set gravity off, add an impulse to it. Now I didn't upgrade because upgrade to 5.4, which has a function which apparently allows you to add the impulse. But I didn't really want it to start accelerating up. I just want a velocity because it kind of feels that's kind of the way those things work. They're kind of slow and they're kind of like a standard, and then they just drop you. So that's the right kind of feel for the actual trap. And now when you do a ragdoll, there's a preset for ragdoll. If you look in a mesh, where are you? Can I see you? I think it's here, yeah. So the collision presets, is ragdoll. Now, obviously, I actually don't want that to be ragdoll because somehow I changed it to ragdoll even though it shouldn't be. I believe it was character mesh. It was character mesh before. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I was looking for, yeah. So when you got collision presets, and it'll do this and set the things for you. Your object type pawn, query only, no physics collision. When you do ragdoll, then it'll tell you what to set. So if you do that, it'll go collision enabled, query and physics, and it'll go physics body for the object type. So, but this is what it is for now. Now, can I do that? I'm not sure if I can change it willy-nilly like this. So we already know what it is, the area we want to change. We want to change a few things. We want to change, I don't know whether collision I can change just based off a preset. Probably not, be my guess. What am I looking for? We're looking for collision. And so profile object type. Well, object type is something that we want because that needs to change. But that's a get. Is there a set? Okay, set enabled, set profile now. File name. Set the project, set collision enabled. We're going to have to do that for one. It's not a world static, it's going to be ragdoll if that is. Or is it a physics body, I believe, when you change it like that. So what I'm going to do, and this is the easiest way of doing this, is to take a little screenshot and go, this is what we need. And then we'll drag that into our infamously named art package. Which I haven't updated in ages, but hey. Edit, yes. So canvas, this is double too far, not too far. Boom. Resize. Okay. Then we can look. That's what we're looking at. Okay, if you go to the other screen, and if we do ragdoll, gosh, Mr. Ragdoll, what have you got? Edit, paste this down there. So what are we looking at? These are the differences. So the object type changes. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. And rather than query, we've got collision enabled query and physics. Other things are the blues the same? So when you have a ragdoll, is this lot the same? I don't know. We can soon find out. For character mesh, I believe it is. And cursor glance has one difference. Vehicle. Apparently it blocks vehicles for what character meshes. Now it ignores vehicles for character mesh, but doesn't ignore them for blocks. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because it can fall on top of a vehicle, which makes sense. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I don't actually. Well, I do actually have vehicles. Might be an issue. No doubt I'll remind myself at some point and go, oh yeah, this vehicle, why is the vehicle not colliding? Oh God, why not? And this will be why. So by doing that, hopefully I'll remind myself that at some point when the ragdoll doesn't collide with the vehicles, this is why. So what do we need to change from where it is, which is the character mesh, into this, into the ragdoll? So it needs to be a physics body. I don't even know if this will work. So it might not. We'll also need to set collision enabled, and there's no collision, but it's query collision enabled. So it's, in theory, it's just those two things. That's it. So, because that's what the preset does, sets it to that. I don't know if you can do this mid after creating it. Seems unlikely. Let's just put it that way. I don't think this will work. But, you know, you test it out, and if you're pleasantly surprised, see what happens. You know, because you're doing it at runtime, so I'm not so sure. No, it won't collide with obviously other people. It might after this actually. You know, once they're on the ground. Okay. So we do that, we do that. We look here because that's where they both are. Okay. And no. But at least weird about that is they're actually not. Gravity isn't. Maybe I still have the thing saying. Oh. Wait. Oh, I see. I did it the wrong order. Did I? Did I not set it that way around? Oh, I did. Wait. Wait, what was it complaining about? It's saying. Yeah. Collision cylinder has to have collision enabled set to query in physics, or physics only if you'd like to add an impulse. But why would I be adding an impulse to that? The other thing is, this is adding an impulse, but it's not. Yeah, once this is going off, this is there's a function basically to get rid of everything once it's done. However, it's this function that I want to do with the ragdoll really. So we got 0, which makes sense. Yeah, enable gravity off. Let's turn it back on. That's why. Wait, this is. Yeah, we don't want to be adding an impulse. Wait, what? What function is this? Wait. This is supposed to be. That gravity reversed is supposed to be adding the impulse. This is supposed to be adding it, turning it off. Don't need C++ symbols, thank you. Okay. So first of all, there's no impulse in here. And I'm going to turn this back on because what we're going to do, they do it properly. We're going to have it go up, go down, fall on the floor, and if it has enough oomph, then it'll do the thing. Right, mini brick while I do the thing with the oven. be back for 20, but we'll have to go grab my foods. I'm only going to be on till 10 to 6 anyway, because that's when the meditation starts. And just while I'm here, just make sure the thing's right. Okay, this is fine, I believe. Okay. Random gravity check. Getting random follows by looks like a bot. Anyway. Okay. So where we are now, to that is, we're doing that, we're putting in the gravity, putting enable gravity, because I just don't want, because we're changing the way this works, so it's going to actually collide with the ground. We're setting simulate physics, which is you need for ragdoll, because you need to turn on the physics. Now the capsule component doesn't have that, and I believe somewhere I'm trying to set a capsule as having physics. It doesn't matter too much. I'll find that off stream. I doubt whether people would be interested in just, I suppose it's debugging, but you know, it's something that you'll, yeah, not a big deal. Okay, where are we? We're doing that, we've done that. So now it's the ragdoll settings and whether they'll actually do what they're supposed to. So I don't know if these will work. So but these are in the wrong. These are in the wrong place. This isn't where I want them. For the simple reason that they're not. They're kind of not. They're not. They don't belong there. Because it's not something that you would have in this particular function. They're putting them in this function, which is an auto-generated function, which turns on. That is kind of a weird tech, but I just need to rename the function and then it'll make more sense whenever I get back to it. So we got gravity enabled, we've set the physics, and return it to physics body in theory, return This is the mesh. Now the capsule component. Now this is the thing. It's this that we want, not this. So now do we want to be doing this and this? So we're in a bit of a weird one because we probably don't want, because the capsule is generally what I'm using to keep it above, but once that happens then, or to keep the agent above the ground, but generally it's upright and stuff. But here saying set simulate physics in the mesh, I'm not sure that's the best plan. And the other thing is, in here, I've got the capsule component being used, and it's not. So that's how it's working right now, is the capsule component is the component that's actually being raised, which is fine, you know, because it's an easier component to kind of track and do all that with. So in there, I'm going to have to kill off the a kill off the simulate physics? It doesn't really have a simulate physics. Just why it's complaining. Because really it's not designed for it by the mesh. No, capsule's kind of physics. It's not designed for it. I'm talking about. Yeah, it's just a simpler version. Not sure what's going to happen if I do it this way because I don't have. We're not enabling gravity. We've set the impulse, so that's going to keep raising up. We do have to turn off the when we're in the function. Is this one auto-generated? You can tell it's an auto-generated function because look at it. It says auto-gen on it. But this isn't what we want. I'm going to call this something more meaningful. Ragdoll. Ragdoll what? Trap. Setup. I don't know, setup's not quite right. Ragdoll trap. Yes, I don't like that because it's not quite right. But you know. Anyway, we set that for the mesh. We'll also need the capsule. Because what we don't want, we need to set the physics linear velocity here. No, I can't remember. If you do it like this is one of those quirks of working with blueprints. I'm nearly sure this will do both. So you got two inputs going in there, as you can see, and it should set both of them. I'm nearly sure I'll set both of them to 0 for that. It's something you just don't use a lot, but it's a quirk, I think. And when we're not really enabling gravity for the capsule component. Not quite sure what happens to the mesh if we don't enable gravity for the capsule component, because not sure, because this and this might start to have interfere with each other. Because if this is physics and this is physics, well, one's inside the other, so. And one of them's ragdolling, so be prepared for the worst. Okay. Okay, let's see what's happening. Okay, you've got you're going up, you're going down, and you kind of went funny. It's kind of weird. It looks like they're ragdolling, but they're not. They're probably hitting the capsule. Invalid simulate options. So it's set to simulate physics, but collision enabled is incompatible. It's not a good sign. I don't think it would. Why do we do that as well? I'm not sure, but I get the feeling this and this is going to just interfere with each other. But it looks like There's a head thing in here that's having an issue. This is weird. Oh, it's this, is it? This thing. Okay. Why would you be having an issue? Just because you're still a character mesh? No. Okay, I need to test something. Don't know if these things will be able to do this at all the way they are right now. Okay, so set edge, yeah, it's still clicking. So I need to either turn off the collision for that. But this girl character mesh 0 SK just skeleton add a bust set to simulate physics, but collision enabled is incompatible. Oh, does that just mean that I haven't actually set collision? Or does that mean collision is actually incompatible? One of the many benefits of using something like this is that you go, what do they mean by the error message? They're never, it's like English is second language. It's ambiguous, basically. So you can't tell whether it means one thing or the other, and they don't specify, therefore it means you have to go and look. So, under this is set Korean physics. Maybe I have to do something else first. But I'm going to set this to no collision just for now. Capsule component. Set collision enabled. For this thing, no collision. And we'll turn off everything else. So if we have that off, and we don't have to worry too much about it interfering with itself. Because we don't care at this point about the actual that particular component capsule. Because it's the mesh we're going to be hitting the floor with. Okay, clean, blah blah blah. This will probably still do the same thing, if not complain that I'm trying to hit something and this is off, I imagine. But I want to see whether it does the funny thing whenever it gets to the top, eventually. Still does. Okay, complaining less. Okay, so we got head bust is set to physics, but collision enabled is incompatible. Okay, so simulate physics. It seems to be an order thing, I believe. I'm guessing it's the order that I'm setting these things in. Where are we? Wait, what? How did that happen? How did that come up? Like that. Anyway. So we've got set simulate physics here. However, the collision, I believe, this is the capsule component. Why? What? When? How? But this isn't. No, it's the timer event thing. This one's the one. that needs to be corrected. Right, okay. So the capsule component we don't particularly care about, so we're not going to be setting physics on there, so we do that first. And that doesn't feed into anything else other than the thing that it is fed into right now. So we just turn off the collision with that, and hopefully the physics is off for it. Now, what it's complaining about, I believe, is I've got this set, but this isn't set. So this probably needs to be up before I do the simulate physics. So this order is probably important. So what we're looking at here. So this needs to come down. Okay. Physics, linear velocity, enable gravity, doesn't matter. That can be set after simulate physics, I guess. You go there. You go here. Here. Here and here. And I believe that might be it. Those things. Let's see. And I don't know if I did the BF thing. Okay, keep an IPDI on both of them. Answer is nope, but no errors. Oh. The road does have collision, right? That could be a problem. Second. Okay, you. How do I get the details of you whenever you're created real time? Where's the asset? I'm going to presume that you have collision set, right? You got movable. Straightaway. You have collision set. World dynamic. Parting and step on lock roll dynamic. Collision enabled, okay. So we're good for the road. Those are all from the same thing, they'll all have the same kind of settings. But why are you falling through there, you git? I suppose since the capsule doesn't have that, the capsule is a problem because the capsule yeah, because the capsule's the thing that is in general setting controlling where it is, so it could be because I turned off no collision on the capsule. Oof. Oh no. Probe only, query and probe. We want oh, that's not good. Alright. Right. Time to go get my noms. Right. Oh, I don't have my thing up. A bit pointless pressing that if you're not up. That's fantastic. Okay. Go and change. That's it. Time for norms. Okay. Let's see. Me back, I believe. There we go. I don't know if that's enough. It might be. I doubt it, but. And no, it's still falling through. Okay, is that because what? So we have a collision cylinder. That's I believe the capsule is enabled as incompatible, which is true. I've been going 42 minutes. Again, there's no one else here, so let me just check, because you never know with Twitch. I was going to just check to see whether there is anyone here. If there is, then I won't just stop while I eat my dinner. We go here, we go home, we go manager, is it? No, it can't be. It must be channel. Let's just check. Yes, just me. Okay. Right. I shall take a short break while I do that and stop streaming for a little bit while I eat my noms and watch some nice Amazon stuff.